Hi there, welcome back to the Legacy Tax Hub. My name is Eunice Migwi. I'm the founder of Her Legacy Consulting. Today I want to talk about tax deductions. We're all trying to save money one way or another, and especially when it comes to paying as little tax as possible. And I want to address some of the tax deductions out here that you might be leaving on the table without realizing and hence end up paying higher tax than you need to or end up having a higher tax liability. So every single business in this world, it doesn't matter the kind of business that you do, it definitely has deductions that can be used to lower your tax liability. First of all, remember, you need to pay taxes. Whatever you do, you're earning an income, you're based in Kenya or you're based in whatever country, you must pay taxes. But it's not just about paying taxes, you get options that allow you to reduce your tax liability the right way, and those options are what we call tax deductions. So I want to go about it. Let's say take a couple of industries or a couple of spaces that we can venture in. Let's talk about when the space where people are earning from social media, TikTok, Instagram. You're a social media influencer, you're creatives. Some of the things that you might not realize are expenses you can use to reduce your tax liability include that camera that you bought to shoot your vlogs, that phone that you purchased to help you create your content, that photo shoot that you went so that you'd have some nice pictures for posting, that subscription you're paying, that assistant that you're paying. All these expenses are expenses that will help you reduce your tax liability. You just need to think about it in terms of, I'm spending this to be able to generate my income in this way. You're paying for subscriptions. Let's say you're paying for Canva to help you with designing. You're paying for Adobe, to do all these things are items that will help you reduce your tax liability in the right way. Clear? Yeah, so take some time, think about it. Just take a notebook, list them down. One, what am I incurring every single day? Did you go meet someone over lunch? You paid for that lunch. That's an expense, a business expense. Even entertainment, but there are some restrictions with regards to how much is entertainment. But you went for a shoot, or you decided you want to go shoot your content in Coast. That hotel you went to, business expenses that you can use to offset your liabilities as a content creator, as an influencer, as a creative, especially the gadgets, because I know you people pay a lot for the gadgets. Make sure you're getting the tax receipts for those ones and using that to reduce your tax liability. Yeah. So second group of people, freelancers. You might be a coach, especially we're in this space where people are earning from coaching, providing training. You have some self-paced costs, so you're either paying for a learning management software platform, or you had a website built, or all these expenses that are expenses and they're kind of a no-brainer, but you don't realize that they are actually business expenses. Subscriptions can be so wild. They can be so many. Learning management system, you pay for that. What is it called? Let's say you have an email marketing platform, you have MailChimp, you have MailerLite, you have ConvertKit. All those are expenses that you can use. How you get to tell people every single week, hey, we have a new blog, we have this going on. All those subscriptions are expenses. Your website, when you renew your domain, when you pay that person who's constantly maintaining your website so that it's top notch, all these expenses, just take some time, think about every single expense you incur. You pay for, post-pay subscription. Go register it under your company, be getting a bill at the end of the month or at the beginning of the month. Business expense. We're going to spaces like the tech space. Tech space, you guys, there's so much in the tech space. I wouldn't even know where to start, but a few things you can think about. There's, you're in the tech space, let's say cloud computing, AWS, you have your salaries, you have your consultants. If you're dealing with consultants, please make sure they always give you an e-Teams receipt, because that is what will count as the pay or salaries. Because if you're not hiring people internally and you're dealing with consultants, that means you have some wages that you're paying. Make sure the consultants you're dealing with are giving you the receipts, the tax invoices, so that you can be able to offset that. You had to buy some software, you have to buy some hardware like computers, some tablets, you had to buy some phones. I don't know if servers are physical things or virtual things, or it's a mix of both. Such things are expenses that can be used to reduce your tax deductions. There are so many more. There are myriad of tax deductions out here. We cannot exhaust them. But remember, there are those ones that are basic. 1, rent. This can be rent that you either get an office or maybe you work from a co-working space. That can be used to reduce your tax liability. Let's say you work from home. You can be able to apportion a part of your rent, but figure out how to work that one out with your landlord so that you get an invoice. Let's say internet, if you're working from home and you're constantly using internet, or you had to upgrade your internet so that it will accommodate you working from home, that's actually a business expense. Yeah, you see, there's so many I can mention. So there are so many tax deductions that will help you reduce your tax liability. You just need to, 1, identify what they are. 2, make sure you get a receipt for everything. And I can't say this enough. You can get a tax receipt for absolutely anything. Go to the supermarket, go to a restaurant, even go to a club. If you're doing some entertainment at the club, ask for your tax receipt when you pay that bill. But basically, ask for a tax receipt. And how it's a tax receipt? You have to give your PIN. If you're not giving your PIN, even if you have $1 million worth of of receipts and expenses, if they don't have your PIN, then those will not count as your expenses. And with that, thank you for tuning in. Keep it locked. I'll always have more information for you, and tips and tricks and things that are coming up. See you next time. Thank you for being here. Bye.